Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie, and it is Sunday night. I got to tell you, I'm kind of jonesing here a little bit, so I'm very happy to be on YouTube this Sunday night, and I'll explain why right after. Hopefully, this will work.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Woo! So let's hope that audio and video is working well because I've had so many issues with this. I think last week my stream ended abruptly and I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought, the internet went down in the whole world because, it doesn't, this has happened to me. And I went upstairs and my Ethernet cable, it's a 100-foot Ethernet cable that I have going from my tower down through the floor, threaded down, the puppies chewed apart. So, yeah. So John was very kind and drilled a new hole in a room that they can't get in. And this is my first time testing it, and I think I have internet. Woohoo! Hello to everybody. Lady R. Oh, I'm looking forward to the stream too. Sky Dancer, what's up? Why are we always yelling? Stay tuned. Thank you for saying that. Dennis Christensen, hello. Everything fine. Good. I like to hear that, man. Whew, do I like to hear that. It's funny. I just made a short in response to a question somebody gave me. When you post videos, and I've been posting videos, I think I did 2 videos a week for 3 years. So I have a lot of older videos out there. And 3 years ago, I posted one with my Peaches, my albino Oscar, and Guy Smiley, my red devil. When I got them, they were this big. And I had them in like a 40 breeder or 29 gallon. I don't know what I had them in. A small tank. Maybe it was a 20 gallon upstairs. And of course, it was kind of clickbaity. Can these fish live together? But they were this big, right? So somebody had just commented like 2 days ago, well, what's the update? Can they live together? I forgot all about it. I had to go back and watch the video. I'm like, oh. So I just did a short. Guy Smiley is this big, and he's in that 75 gallon in the other room. And Peaches is over here, is the one over here in my 180. Peaches is a bigger one. That's what I got 3 years ago. Where's she? I can't reach my finger there. But yes, it was so fun. Like, in response to a question, I just did a quick little short. I had fun. Hey, Select, howdy. Bob Kaler in the house. Chris Howell. I think my brother's middle name is Howell. And every time I see your name, I think of John Howell. John Howell Wood. He used to say, John Howell Wood is my name during the Lord's Prayer. Legacy Hobbyist, what's up? Everybody's saying hi to everybody. I'm so excited. That's good. So I was just explaining that my internet problems have been fixed. The dogs, the puppies, chewed through the wires. They chewed through everything. They chewed through a pump. I didn't think they could get to the air pump upstairs in my big 16-gallon fish bowl. Yeah, chewed through the pump and took the hose and went crazy with it. So that was trash. So I did find one of those little USB air pumps that I had lying around. So I plugged that in and Like I'm telling you, not you gotta. I gotta watch them nonstop. They get into trouble every time they're not chaperoned. Boots cats, boots cats, boots cat. Hello, Cooper Cichlids. Where's my train? I gotta show off my train. Come here, baby. Come here. Because I know you said you had a female for me someday. Come here. He's not gonna come. You're gonna make me come over to you. Look how big he is. Oh, he's getting big. He's mad at me. I don't know why he's mad. Probably because I topped everybody off with cold water. That's what I had coming out of my ground. Anyway, so what's up, Cooper? Paul McCarthy, how are you? How are you? Yeah, puppies chew on everything. Everything I don't want. I got Lumpy Dog in the house. The things that I want them to chew on. I got these chew toys for puppies, and I stuffed one with peanut butter, and they don't chew on that. They want John's sneakers. They love the rubber tubing. This is a wire. They chew through my internet wire, but they're very rarely unsupervised. It's more like I just gotta close my eyes for a few minutes. Yeah. Oh, that's always a big mistake. But John Baga was very kind. He drilled a hole in the schoolroom that I have that the dogs aren't allowed in and ran the Ethernet all the way down, all the way over here. So now I'm back in, hardwired, because I think my live last week just kept going because I couldn't shut it off because I couldn't get back onto the internet. It was so frustrating. But at least, oh, thank you. Oh, I love you. Look, soup. He got me soup. He loves me. Thank you, babe. Do you guys mind if I drink soup? I'll drink it like it's a soda. Lobster bisque from a convenience store called Wawa. Oh, so good. Vinoxy Fish Kodo. What's up? What's up? Where's Jess? I didn't see Jess come in the house. Tell me I missed Jess. How come I don't see Jess? Hey there, Jess, the Aquatic Morning Show. But I don't see her. I'm sorry, Jess, if I missed you come in. I still don't see you. And I just flipped back. Oh, there she is. Good morning. Not morning anymore, though, huh? Well, I guess it is if you are in Australia. I'm sorry I missed you, Jess. Everybody saying hey. I was looking back on some unlisted videos I made with my kids about fish from 5 to 10 years ago. They were so little. The fish in the videos are your kids, right? Yeah. And they were so little, I might make a video of them watching those videos. Oh my gosh, that would be great. That would be great. I can't believe some of my older videos, like, it blows me away. Yeah, so I'm very happy to be here. I'm very grateful. I had to walk away initially when you brought this up, Susie, but you named your Red Devil guy Smiley. I did. Like the Sesame Street character? Yes. He is well, I had, if you remember, Hot Lips Houlihan. Hot Lips was this beautiful red devil, this Amphilochus, all white with red hot lips. And I took her to a show, and him, even though I called her, and showing her off because she was beautiful, even though I knew she was too young. But when we came back home, there was an error, and I ended up killing my fish, and which is why I probably won't ever take Triton over to a fish contest because of that. But my daughter felt so bad because I was crying. I was a mess. I know it was a fish, but I was a mess. And my daughter got me a new red devil. I called her Guy Smiley, and it's just this little guy now. Now he's this big, he's huge. But yeah, that's Guy Smiley. Larry D's in the house. What have you eaten spicy lately, Larry? A little spicy chili head there. Yeah, I went back and watched the clip from Pam's live stream where Bob got tagged by his snake. I did find it very amusing, and that nothing Bob negative. I just found it very amusing because I jumped back when you got tagged, I was like, ah! And of course, I don't have any snakes, so don't know what that's like. But yes. So what else is there? Oh my gosh, so much. I'm so happy to have internet. But I usually, from my religious practices, I give something up for Lent and I incorporate something positive. Well, what I've given up for Lent is social media, except for Sunday night where I can go in and answer comments and I can do my live, right? And up to now, and I guess I could do my live on Friday. I'm just not going to, like, I'm not scrolling through social media. I'm not looking through anything, but this is also my part-time job. It's how I make money. So I have to keep going. I just got to keep going. But it's very difficult. And I find that I have a lot of time in my day because I was either, if I wasn't scrolling through shorts or whatever Instagram calls shorts, because I love watching the skating clips. And I'm still posting mine, but I don't look at my stats, which for anybody who has videos is not, maybe not everybody, but I find it very difficult not to go back and look at my stats every hour on the hour kind of thing. Hot Lips. MASH was one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. And she was so good. MASH also had the favorite series ending of all time. It scarred me for life. I told my daughter about it like 20 years later, and she started crying and said, "Why didn't you tell me this?" Well, like, it was just one of my shows. My girlfriend, Andrea, she would call me, and if this is, back when the phones were attached to the wall, and if I was watching MASH, I kind of like just didn't really talk to her. I watched the show. She goes, "Are you watching TV? Are you watching MASH? Are you? Oh, that's it. I'm going to have to call you later." Still makes fun of me, how many years later now? It's like 40 years later. Maybe it's 50. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, staying away from social media, but allowing myself to post is quite difficult. Quite difficult. But I'm finding it, and I got to say, a couple times without even thinking, I just picked my phone up and started scrolling to where I had to get rid of the apps on my phone to make it. So I had to put a thought process together to find it. I found myself doing that when I first woke up, like, or when the dogs are outside doing their business, I'm just on my phone scrolling, and it's like, oh, this is really hard. And I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain about it for the next 40 days at all. But in case anybody wrote something on there or commented, I think Lumpy Dog, and I saw Patrick write something today, but I couldn't go back and comment. So then I had to get rid of all my notifications because it was driving me insane. Like, it's driving me insane. Like, I literally would go through Instagram, quick movies, reels, whatever they call them, and then I would go see what's going on YouTube. Of course, I got 4 channels on YouTube. So I'd go through my Q Aquatics, my Minis, my Plantique, my roller skating one. And then to go through my comments, so I go to YouTube Studio and make sure I answered all my comments. And then, of course, Facebook, I had to check out what my groups were doing. I never realized how much time away from life social media was bringing me. It was almost like in the 70s when I'd come home from school and I had to watch The Edge of Night. Like, it's like these people on the edge of night in General Hospital were my life. Like, I talk about them like they were my neighbors or something. And I remember when I gave up soap operas altogether. And I went through a period of upheaval. But then when I heard other people talk about it, it was like, wow, I used to do that all the time. All the time. It's not easy being green. But this is something that I got to do, and it's something I'm not supposed to complain about. I'm just letting you guys know. You can always message me. I think I have message, and text me. So if you want my phone number, reach out to me. I'll send out my phone number. I don't care. because I don't want to like fall off the earth, but I'm going to stay away from social media, which is weird because I don't watch TV. So now I'm like totally excluded from whatever's going on in the world, and like, oh well, don't care. I'm sure it'll still be there 40 days from now. I have to do the social media for ARC. Okay, the dogs and I lay in bed until I'm done every morning. I know, right? That's how I did it. That is how I did it. Dragon Lair. I think you were the one, Dragon, that posted something. Amateur aquatic addictions. I can remember them days. Yeah, I'd come out and then it was Dark Shadows. Barnabas Collins. Bum bum bum. I'll FaceTime you. Yes, you can FaceTime me if you're talking to me. If you're talking to me, yeah. I still FaceTime because I'll FaceTime my granddaughter on the day she's not here. She's here 5 days a week, and I'll FaceTime her the other days. But that's been a huge shift. I don't watch TV. Yeah, I don't watch any TV. It's been a huge shift in my life right now, and it's not normalized yet. So I'm hoping I will see how much I don't really need to look at my stats, first of all, 10, 20, 30 times a day. My mother had to watch General Hospital, and when she was working, she wanted to watch it and report to her. I invented a TV watch when I was a little kid so that I could watch it in school. And obviously they didn't have them then, but now that somebody else came out and Apple came out and I got to watch TV on your wristwatch, I invented that. I grew up with the TV was my babysitter. Bewitched, Gilligan's Island, My Three Sons, just the little sitcoms. Her long nose got in the way. Ooh. Oh, she didn't puncture the skin, just a slight. Yeah, it looked like she just tagged you a little bit. Her long nose got in the way. Oh. Dragon Lair says, I get overwhelmed and sometimes just quickly scan Facebook to get my butt up and get busy, leaving my phone in the bedroom. Yeah, this is hard because I don't have any way for me to hear if my phone is ringing. I don't have a house phone anymore. I tried so hard to go back to a landline, and I can't find a company anywhere in the area that will service a landline. It has to be through a computer, which is not a landline. If electricity goes down, the phone goes down. But I just want it to ring when my phone rings. I don't want to look at text messages. I don't want to scroll through stuff. I look at the weather app like 6-7 times a day. Like, why? Why can't I just go outside and look at the weather? Like, just go outside. But it's changing. Patrick, watch this. Ooh, everybody watch that. What is that? Who's long nose? His snake. So anyway, there was a topic for tonight, even though, as you guys all know, I can't stay on topic even if I tried. Bala Sharks. I would love to know if anybody has a Bala Shark. I've never thought about buying one. I never bought one. But one was just rehomed, and I took it in. And it's upstairs in my 120, because he's already like 6-7 inches. And I'm looking up, I'm like, this thing can get like 14, 15 inches? Like, and I guess I never looked into them, because it's something I heard early on. But, anybody hear those bubbles? But yes, that thumbnail, it's very, very beautiful. Don't get me wrong, it's a very beautiful fish. And right now it's swimming with my giant Danios. It's just a little bit bigger than the giant Danios, are about this big, and he's about that big. So he's kind of schooling with them. Is that weird? And then I looked up, like, and you should have several of them because they like to school. And I'm like, how many people in the hobby actually have a tank big enough for 5 or 6 Bala Sharks? Like, I wouldn't even consider the 180 big enough. for 5 or 6. It would have to be 6 or 8 feet long, right, for them to actually swim. I lose my phone dozens of times every day. Once had to go on the computer and ask Candy to call me to find it. I still have a landline also. I wish I did. I wish I did. Oh my gosh, I wish I did. I wish I never got rid of mine after my mom passed. I was thinking at the time it was archaic, it's useless. I think I still would be able to use it if I had it. Even having a dial tone. But I don't lose my phone too often, but this is the first time now that I'm not using it. With that screen time was off the charts. It's already saying your screen time is down like 48% or something silly. I'm like, wait, you track my screen time? My phone just told me my screen time was down. I'm like, I had no idea. No idea. But when I lose my phone, I have to use it because it's on silent. It's on silent because I'm either shooting a video or doing a live or something like that. And so I could call it all I want. I won't see it, won't hear it. But I do find my phone, and it'll make this annoying ping. I need an app that makes the phone beep every 5 minutes. So I thinking I'd be happy leaving my phone in some kind of device that would ring loud enough for me to hear. So I just leave it in my kitchen. I don't want it with me all the time, especially for the next 40 days or however long it is, because it's just too tempting. I just put my elbow in my soup container. Oh. Susie, you can turn the screen time notification off. My phone does that too, Susie. Yeah, it's like it feels so intrusive when it did that. I was like, first I was happy. I was like, well, look how much time I'm saving. I'm like, wait a minute. You're tracking my screen time, and this is something that's always happened and I never paid attention to it. This lobster bisque is so good. Oh dear Lord. It's not like lobster bisque if you went to a fancy foo-foo restaurant, lobster bisque. But for a convenience store, shoot. I thought about it in the past, getting one of those 2018 until I read that they are jumpers and they get pretty big. Yes, they get big. They are jumpers. And I'm not sure why they're even a good choice in the hobby, but now that my awareness is heightened to them, when I just go into PetSmart or Petco, every store has them. I'm like, do they know that they get this big? Like, and they should be like 3 to 6 of them you get together. I'd use a case, but that pulls my pants down. Yeah, tends to be embarrassing. Now that's funny. Put it in a metal bowl. I used to know how to put it on vibrate. I could put it in a metal bowl and would hear it if I was in the kitchen. But I mean, like if I'm out back by the pond, I want to be able to hear the phone ring. Or do I care if my phone rings? Honestly. Like if I just go back and check it throughout the day, if anybody called. Never had a Bala, not sure why. Me either. And I wasn't sure why. They never interest me. And the more I'm thinking about it, there's so many fish that has never interested me. But I have so many fish that interest me. It's like I've got way too many tanks and way too many fish because he can't go with anybody. He needs to be species only. This one gets too big, so I can only have one of them. You know, the cares has to be a dedicated tank just for those fish. And the 75 that I over here, the planted dirted tank, is like my only community tank. And it really only has 7 melan0pterus that you see swimming. The rest are either like bottom dwellers. So you got the 3 armored catfish, the hoplo catfish, albino, beautiful when you see them. The hitchhiker, melan0pterus. And I think there's a couple coolie loaches in there, but Oh, and my tiger pleco. Is Lefty in the chat? No. My tinfoil hat. I got a tinfoil hat. Hold on. Susie, you don't have to worry about your phone tracking your screen time when the cloud people can read your mind. Now, I don't know if you remember, 4 years ago at the Aquatic Experience, Elizabeth went there with a tinfoil hat. And ever since then, I've had my own tinfoil hat. So it's funny you say that. I do wear the tinfoil hat at times, and I've worn it at times when I'm meeting up with Elizabeth from One Fish, Two Fish ROC. Or I did a video with her once and we communicated through the tinfoil hat, which I think is hysterical. But no, I'm not worried about that. I just feel it's intrusive. I don't even want them. Why should they be allowed to do anything? I didn't give them permission. I always answer my landline as long as I keep my mobile. Ah, yeah. Let's get tanked. What's up, Whip? Whipster! Coming in late, but coming in hot and sideways. The way I like it. Bala Sharks have never appealed to me either. Now, isn't that funny? So, who is buying all of these Bala Sharks? And first of all, I'm shocked that this is the first one that was rehomed. There's a lot of fish I picked up along the way. Either an abandoned tank with fish swimming in it, somebody's getting out of the hobby and doesn't want any of these fish. Other people say, I just got a starry night cichlid because he was being very much a bully to her freshwater eel. So he's in quarantine in a 40-gallon right now. I'm thinking about trying him out with this starry night. But I really don't want to upset the 180 because it's just so perfect with the 2 Oscars, the 3 melan0pterus, the female Jack Dempsey, and the starry night cichlid. And there's a half dozen silver dollars. I thought there was 8. I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there's 7. There might be 8 in there still. That's a pretty big tank. Can I show you the tank again, guys? Because I really like this. I love the 180. And I know it's all fake plants and fake rocks, but I just love the way it flows. I love the way it looks. I love when everybody's out and about. Now I see the Jack Dempsey, but I don't see my Starry Night in there. But I got a funny feeling if I put my other Starry Night in here, I would see him. So maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I should try my Starry Night. He's already 5 inches, 4 inches, so he's probably too big for this 29-gallon, even for a little bit. I would never put anybody in with Triton. So maybe it's going to be the 180. Might be able to put him upstairs with the Severum, the red shoulder Severum and the yellow Severum. Yeah. But the Bala Sharks, tinfoil concentrate. Rates signals. Oh, so what do I got to make it out of? Copper? What do I got? Because I'm surrounded by 6 to 12 inches of water, so I'm not worried about anything getting through here. It's just the ceiling. Or that's so funny. That is so funny. I'm really wondering why the Bala Sharks never interest me because they're so beautiful. So, Susie Q, how is Elizabeth One Fish, Two Fish doing? She is doing very well. She still has her fish. She's still breeding many fish. She's got tons of beautiful plants and a propagation station still. She's still in ROC, so she'll have to change her name to ROC. I love Elizabeth One Fish, Two Fish from ROC. We were just talking on the phone. And I could talk to her for hours. I could not talk to her for a long time and start talking. It's like we never left off. The government can do anything they want. Well, not a fan. Not a fan of that concept. And if that's the case, then we have the wrong government. We need to kick them out and get some people in that's going to follow the Constitution. They got to do what we say. They got to do what we say. You know what I mean? Bob, XXL, you need a new nightshirt? Ooh. Tennessee Fish Mafia, who's our guest? I miss Liz and her DIYs. Yes. And her mom's Corningware. I remember she used her Corningware for the DIY. What else? She cracked me to heck up when she showed up at Aquatic Experience with her tinfoil hat and wore it the entire weekend. The entire weekend. That was so funny. So I had to go home and make one. And then she came down and we made red clay to create iron tablets out of red clay for the things, and I put the hat on for that. Sketty Nona! And I think I still have it. I think I use it. It sits on top of one of the very bright light bulbs that dims it down a little bit. There's my starry night. Starry, starry night. Paint your picture blue and... Yeah, I won't do that to you guys. Can't help it though. Is she coming back to YouTube, Susie Q? Not yet. Not yet. She's working on some stuff. She's working on some stuff. I told her we all miss her and love her. I did. I was talking to my neighbor in the yard today when we discussed which beans to cook. Opened my phone later and I had 5 advertisements. Nothing. Advertising nothings for beans. What? Yeah, that's ridiculous. John and I were talking. Neither one of us were on our phone. Talking about these whole hot air fryers that everybody had. It was so exciting. And I said, do you think we should get one that could replace a deep fryer? And of course, John is a diehard deep fry kind of guy. And hence John Bag of Donuts. But anyway, we were talking about it back and forth, and we weren't sure. But if somebody had given us a used one, we were going to use it, but we weren't going to get one anyway. I'll be darned if both of us didn't have advertisements for air fryers. And as soon as I went into Amazon, boom, air fryers popped up. I'm like, what? Now, I know I didn't give anybody permission unless when it says, please read, blah, 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 that's permission. Hey, Peplin. Peplin Creeks Aquatics. Good evening, good evening. Of the people, for the people, and by the people. That's right, Dennis. That's right. That's how it's supposed to be. And if we don't like what they're doing, they can get fired or voted out. But that doesn't seem to be working in our direction right this moment. But we're going to get that fixed. I think it's beginning that buy all the silver sharks because they look like a shark, then they die. So that's why I'm afraid of amateur aquatics. I'm afraid these guys never get to their full potential. Now, I've received many a pleco. I don't think I've ever bought a common pleco in my life, but I've got like 4 or 5 that have been rehomed. And thank goodness they're like pretty passive for the most part. They're passive, and other fish tend to leave them alone because they're huge. So after quarantine, I can put them in a tank, but I don't think I would put one in a tank with my Bashirs because I'm not sure like how that would go. Don't want anybody fighting over the same territory, you know what I mean? Hey, TJ. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. I can't wait for it. Here's a cricket. Come here. Ah. Come here. Gone. Oh, that's going to annoy me later. Cricket just walked by me. I've got a Australian tree frog up there about this big. He gets crickets. So it could have come from there. And it's got one of those holes in the back of the enclosure for the airline. The crickets could walk. It doesn't matter. I got a fire skink over there that eats crickets. And I'm not always that accurate when putting them in. Whatever. Who's saying hi to Brian? Who's saying hi to Brian? Who's Brian? Who do I not know whose name is Brian? Oh, I can't wait for her. Yeah, I can't wait for her to come back too. She is fun, do-it-yourselfer, fun, fun, fun. Huawei, I almost missed you. By the way, Samantha, oh, got a little. Ah, butter beans, butter beans, butter beans. Now you gotta do that to see. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? Speaking of beans, what do they call the sprouts? I want to try to make my own sprouts for the chickens and the tortoises and stuff. If you take those hard beans and just keep rinsing them every day, they should turn into sprouts. I think I'm going to try it, but I think I've tried this in the past, and all I've gotten was a jar of mold. I don't pay attention very well, so that may or may not work in my behalf. But anyway, so I now have this Bala Shark. Hopefully it won't get too big, but I think that's what happens is they probably die before they reach their maturity. And when people are buying them, are they getting 3 or 6 of them if they like to school together? I don't know. But it was pretty cool when I got asked that question about my Oscar and my Red Devil. And I went back and looked at that video, and it was 3 years ago, almost to the day. It was like three years and a week ago that I got those 2 little fish, and they were so tiny and so adorable. And of course they lived together fine for the first few months. They were just babies. And now I look at them and it's like, wow. This one's like 8 inches. The Red Devil's got to be 11 inches. She's huge. A great member of the Tennessee Fish Mafia is going through financial problems due to medical issues and is going to be evicted. Oh no. Oh, Mike. So here is a link. Thank you very much. Grumpy Mike's Fish at Gmail. You can buy him a coffee or help him out any which way. I know it's tough, man. It's tough. I don't have the medical stuff, but because of my lifestyle and me being not very responsible, I'm going through similar stuff, but I just sold my Jeep. I sold my Jeep and got me out of trouble for now, so that's good. Use calcium propionate in the bean sprouting water. It stops mold growth and adds calcium to the sprouts. Ow! I'll have to see. Calcium propionate. Is that an easy item to get? Is it anything like the calcium that I put on their crickets and stuff? I'll have to look what the main ingredient is. Calcium. That's a great idea. Because my chickens, first of all, would love bean sprouts. Sophie, the macaw, would love them. All my tortoises would love them. I don't even know if any of the fish would like them. But I have enough other animals that would just love them. And I think you can get a bag of beans like for like $1. Like how I want like that, like $1. It's been a long time since I bought a bag of beans. I really have no idea. But yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to try that. I am going to try that. So yeah, I was wondering about this. I have no desire to go out and buy 3 or 5 more Bala Sharks at all. But he seemed to be fine hooking up with the giant Danios. So I'm hoping they just kind of hang together. They look like they're schooling together already almost instantly. Hey, Bunny Viper! They do look like they're schooling together, so maybe that will work out good. And what was the other fish I got? Oh, I think I talked about this, the blue cichlid. Hey, Jeff. Jeff Kane's in the house. Look at that. The blue cichlid, and it was Azurius cichlid. Apparently he's pretty mean. And I was thinking about starting a peacock tank because I do have 1 or 2 peacocks in with my mbunas. And they were fine when they were like this big, but now they're starting to get like 3 times the size of all the mbunas. They might do good, and I might put them in with my frontosas, but like you guys were saying, if I put them in with my frontosas, I have to keep a close eye on them. the same thing if I put the Starry Night in this 180. This 180 is so peaceful. Nobody shows up dead. Nobody fights with each other. I mean, the female Jack Dempsey who resides on this side of the tank and the Starry Night on this side sometimes meet in the middle and have like nose to nose scuffles, but nobody's ever missing lips or chunks out of their fins or anything like that. Because I would not tolerate that. When I got that female Jack Dempsey, she was beat up so bad, left for dead. It was so, so sad. It's used in food industry. I bought mine back when I made 5 gallons of sprouts for my parrots. Oh, okay. But you can find it on Amazon. I'm sure everything's on Amazon. Susie, I like your shirt. Oh, thank you. Look at this. It's like there's no sleeves. But there are. I do too like it very much. Thank you. It's weird though. It takes me a while. Lady R, I forgot to check my email until, I saw your name and just now I'll get to it, I promise. Yeah, if anybody sent me a message, I'm sorry I missed it. I'm sorry I mixed. Copadichromis azureus. That's what I got. Where did I get that from? Alishan, who had that before me? Copadichromis azureus. I'm thinking about, because right now he's still in the 40 gallon. And it's not that it's that small for him. It's on the bottom. And I don't like fish on the bottom anymore. I want to be able to see them. And it's got to be something that I have kind of a higher pH. So like a cichlid tank or something that has crushed shells on the bottom. Not that I chase pH, but some of my tanks have a higher pH because of the substrate. And my tap comes out at 6.8, so. Although he's probably getting used to the lower. Let me see if I can remember. Copadichromis azureus. Beautiful blue, like unbelievable beautiful blue. Or I'll just start a hap tank. Not sure who brought it in. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I know I got it at the Bucks County Aquarium Society. I get all my best fish from either the Bucks County Aquarium Society small auction that happens every month, or the big auction, which is coming up in April, where I might even bring in some fish. I'm pretty excited about that. I got to fill out a form, and I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if anybody would want my fish. But at least it's bigger than the meeting, so there's going to be people from all different desires of kinds of fish that they have. So, and if it doesn't sell, you just take it back home with you. 95% bun bun. What's bun bun? How you doing? Y'all healed up? Good question. Good question. So yeah, but now that I have this Bala Shark, I'm thinking, because I've got some weird connections, like ducks don't like to be by themselves. They need another duck to be happy. Rabbits, they actually need another one fixed to be happy. But I only have one rabbit and one duck, and they seem to have bonded. Everywhere they go together, they walk together, they sleep together, they bask together. So I'm thinking maybe that problem was solved. That's what I'm thinking. So glad to hear you're on the mend. Yeah, Bucks County Aquarium Society. That's it. And if you go to the tab that says auction, there is a flyer there. It should be there. It wasn't there 2 weeks ago, but I think it's there now. I'm peeling the super glue off my belly. A bit at a time. Maybe a tourist will be there, Q. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping there's some people that like big butts, and they cannot lie. No, that like big cichlids. Because I was thinking about bringing in some of my biahes. I was thinking about viejas. I said it wrong again, didn't I? Anyway, and some of my larger fish. Some of my, maybe a 6-pack of Tetras I'll bring in. Just, I really want any fish that are on the floor or that I have to bend down for, unless they're look down kind of fish. Like goldfish, I don't mind them being down. Koi, I don't mind them being down, although I don't have any inside the house. My Caris fish, love them because that is a crystal clear tank. From here, I see every one of the fish swimming in and out, playing on the logs. They're just a blast. They're species only tank. They're great. They're great. Yeah. This tank on the bottom just has an Acarus in it. This tank on the bottom was supposed to have a whole lot of baby coolie loaches. I do not see any coolie loaches in this tank, so I don't think any of them made it. I mean, they were so tiny. They were like angel hair tiny. I probably shouldn't have put them in there because for all I know, they could get in the filter and everything else. So, but there's nothing in there but plants. And I don't mind plants being on the bottom because I don't have to do anything to them. Susie, they super glued the incisions and smeared it. Oh, wow. If that's anything like Elmer's glue, that was fun. That kind of peeled off, or the rubber cement. But super glue, I don't remember ever coming off easy, like without your skin coming off too. That's crazy. Adam is donating his homebred mandarin newts at the auction. Oh, they sell for about $150. They're the small newts, right? The smaller newts. Oh my gosh. I don't have that kind of money, but I would love a newt. I would love a newt. I would set up the tank ahead of time if I thought that was possible. Ah, Patrick, my last surgery was 84 staples. Lady R says, sorry, I'll have to make dinner, but I am actively listening to the stream. Well, you go make dinner, Lady R. What are you making? No staples for me, just super glue? So I used to make fun of John because he's on the work site. You know, he's a big guy. He's a big man hands. And they get all like, they're as hard as a rock. They're calloused. When he cuts them, like he'll just put like super glue on it or something. Like dude, I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think there's a special medical grade super glue where he'll take the duct tape and wrap it around. But it seems to work. Hey, Steve. Hello, hello, hello. Who knows what the auction price will be? Oh my gosh, that would be so cool if I could get a newt. I would set up I'm going to look up mandarin newt. I would set up a whole enclosure for him already. I'm trying to look now. I have an enclosure already for him. It's the equivalent to a 40-gallon breeder front opening, and it's got land and water. So it's got a pond in it, pond relative to the size, and most of it's land, and it's got some plants. Oh my gosh, that'd be perfect for a newt. Newt. Unless a mandarin newt is more water, then I would have to make a different one. That is so cool. I got to get up there someday. Look at who's in the house. No Salt BP. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to see you. You guys, you got to check out her website. Can you post your website? I know you don't usually post your own stuff, but oh my gosh. This is awesome. No Salt BP's in the house. I love her. I want newts. I just can't find them. Exactly. I can't find them either. But they're coming to the auction. I got the heads up that they're coming. But I don't want to get too excited, because they are very expensive, and I am very tight on money right now. But yeah, that would be so cool. Oh my gosh. Pennsylvania Fish Preacher, what's up? What is up? Yeah, maybe I could bring in the Bala Shark too. What do you think? If I thought like it really needs to be schooling with its own kind, but what are the chances anybody that's going to be there is going to have Bala Shark? See, I overthink things. Instead of just, there it is. www.nosaltbp.org, doing wonderful things for humans on this planet. Wonderful things for humans. Thank you very much. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Guys, got to check it out. She is an absolute supporter of fish keeping. I don't even think she keeps fish, but she's a supporter of you two people. And I've always supported her. And guys, got to check it out. Look at everybody saying, hey, no saw, hey, no saw, hey, no saw. Oh, look at Bunny got it too. Yeah. Bob, are you still in the chat? He also breeds snipe. Oh, here's the cricket. Got it. Got it. Got it. Woo-hoo. Okay. I gave it to the juvenile turtles. Stupid thing was crawling on my desk, had the nerve to crawl right on my finger. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey. I don't know why I'm so messy with crickets. I can't stand the sound of them when they get out. Oh, I never forget. So funny. So last year, maybe it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago because I remember the pond was filled with beautiful plants and flowers. And I had this very annoying cricket in the background, very loud. But I just went on with my video, and a couple people in the chat stopped and started looking all over their fish room looking for this cricket because they thought it was in their house. That's how loud it was. Yeah, it was me. Bunny said, be right back. Okay. That Bala is going to have a complexion. Oh, like because nobody wants them? I'll just keep them. Do fish get that deep? Like, yeah, I know you meant complex. Do fish get that deep? That's weird. You say copy her link, but you can't use the link to go to her YouTube channel. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? She's got a lot of older videos with great recipes, cooking a lot of good food, good healthy food with no salt in it too. But go to her website. If Jason goes to the auction, I bet that he'll bid on the Bala. Yeah? Okay. Maybe I should just bring him, because worst case scenario, if nobody buys him, I bring him back home again. Susie Q, did you see on Fritz Aquatics channel the collaboration with KG Tropicals on a saltwater tank dedicated to Jake Adams? Yes, I did. That was amazing. And it's going to be amazing. And they're learning so much about it. They're going to be great. It's going to be great. I was lurking. Hey, while feeding my fish. Levi. Hi, everyone. Listening while seed starting. Oh, what kind of seeds are you planting? Are you planting edible seeds, or are you planting, what did Lisa plant at one time? Monstera seeds, I think she had. Furlough has had that problem, Susie, chirping crickets in his streams. I know. And I tune them out after a while. I tune them out, but there are times I can't tune it out, and it just drives me insane, and I know it drives John insane. And I can tell once I catch it if it's one of my crickets that I've gut loaded or is it a outside cricket, because they're different colors. The ones I get are like banded. They don't look anything like the ones outside. To me. To John, they all look the same. And my dubia roaches, he thinks are like disgusting cockroaches. I'm like, no, they're not the same, babe. They keep my babies alive, nourished, good food, good healthy food, especially when I feed them our leftovers. So they get our leftover salads and vegetables and peelings, and there's nothing left for a compost pile when I'm done with the tortoises, the bugs, the chickens, the duck. After I feed them, there's nothing left for a compost pile. Except for maybe coffee grounds. Some vegetables and a few houseplants. Oh, that sounds good. My daughter started her seeds already. I guess it's almost time. We're almost in March, right? I'm in Pennsylvania, southeast Pennsylvania, and I think it's like zone 7. 6 or 7. I think we're zone 7. I don't know. Did they split up zone 7 into 7A and B? But I'm at the very southern eastern part. So I think it's time for me to start some seedlings. Now, I just got to figure out where I can do that where the puppies aren't going to get to them and knock them over. I have blood pressure screening program, and we are bringing the fish community to Skid Row. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. I am doing a presentation on the nitrogen cycle to a homeschool co-op in a couple weeks. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm very excited about that because a lot of these kids, they get fish or want to get a betta fish or got a carnival fish, and instead of being a disposable pet, I'm going to try to help them be a fish parent. My parents hate the bugs I feed my chameleon. I bet they do. I bet they do. What kind of chameleon do you have? Do you have a veiled chameleon? Oh, that would be so nice. The green hornworms, the dubia roaches. What else you got? The crickets, the superworms. Do they eat mealworms? It's been a long time since I had a chameleon, but I know that tongue would go. Brrr. That's pretty cool. That is real cool. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like in my small community, it's like a way I can hopefully get somebody like, because it really breaks my heart when somebody gets a betta fish or something, and or just a couple fish from the store, and they don't make it, so they just throw it away. They're done with it. They're like they can't do it. And I tried to tell them, and two of my friends, it was the exact same mistake. They clean out the tank like after a couple months, but they like sterilize the tank, cleaned it out, and it was like I told them, no, you have to keep the beneficial bacteria alive. But this will be good. I'll be talking to kids. I like talking to kids. A female veiled chameleon. I wanted a panther. I would love a panther chameleon also. My parents think the dubia roaches are going to eat the house. John calls them baby turtles. You got a turtle escaped, and it's like the mother, because I breed them. I'm like, it's not a turtle, babe. It's just a roach. And then I get him, and he's all skeeved out that I actually caught it. I have a log of crickets escape in my dorm back in the day. Sweet mates were unamused. I bet they were. Yeah, that's what I feed them most of the time, but try to switch it up. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to switch it up. Dang, I miss so much. Hello, Nathan. Fishy saying hi to fishy friends. You did. It is 8 o'clock, and I am headed over the Tennessee Fish Mafia. So excited. Who is our guest? Who is our guest? Oh, I forget. I'm just not very good at this. I can't even keep track of me. Yeah, she eats off of tongs too. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you're asking. I'll say mine didn't eat off of tongs. I had to make a little dish in there where the front was like opened, and as they walked up, she just, her tongue went. But if you could get her off of tongs, then you wouldn't ever have to worry about dubia roaches escaping and eating the house. That's funny. Anyway, this was a blast. I'm so happy. If anybody had messages out there, comments that I didn't get to, I apologize. I will be doing them on Sundays and Sundays only for the next few months until Easter. And hopefully, like, wouldn't it be something if I never wanted to go back to social media again? That would be so cool. But who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see how this goes. But right now, it's very difficult. But I could still listen to my daughter sing the song, which I love so much.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Na hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. So come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.